Hey y'all, this is Cliff with the Dusty Cliffs, and today we're going to talk about backup emergency power that anybody can do. So you hold on, we'll be right back. So I got the Harbor Freight. This is the 100 watt, which comes with four 25 watt solar panels, which I'll show you in a minute. It comes with the controller, and you can't get much easier than this. Here you bring in the main cable, and it says right there solar input. You can't mess that up. And it's got two outputs here for you can run these LED lights off of, and they are pretty stinking bright that you can run those straight off of the solar panels. And this charger also has USB ports so that you can run things straight off the USB. Below that, this is just a 1000 watt Cobra inverter that I bought a long time ago. So you can see right now the sun's going in and out, so I'm getting between 13.6, 13.7, sometimes 14 volts going to the battery. Now the battery I have is a junk battery. It's not holding a charge. It's just an old battery I stole out of a lawnmower a long time ago. So I have to get a new battery. I know the display is not going to show up very well, but it tells you here how much voltage you have coming in, and then a display telling you how much is going out. And this is just running over, connecting, and this inverter came with the cables, and it runs over and hooks to that old junk battery. But I'm going to show you some things real quick that we can do with just this setup right here. So this LED light strip, these things are ridiculously bright. If you had a small room and you hung this just around the top of the ceiling, you could light a whole room with this enough to where you could get by with it. Alright, so you can see there the turbo power connected just came up. So now I'm charging my cell phone from this solar panel set up. It's easy. I mean, anybody could go buy one of these kits and just set it up, and I'll show you out here in a little bit the way that the panels are setting right now. It's not hard, so it's nothing you have to be afraid of. Simple instructions, it's not bad at all. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about real quick is generators. Now a lot of people are putting in the whole house generators, and those are great, but that's expensive. Where you can buy like these Champion generators from TSC. I actually got this one on Craigslist, I think for $100. This one's an 1800 starting watts and 1400 running watts. So that's not a whole lot, but for the amount of fuel that it uses, I can run lights, cell phone charging, computers. We've even ran our, when we had satellite, we ran our satellite and TVs off this. And I also have this little, I believe this might be a Harbor Freight. This one's a 2-cycle, and it's a small one, 800 running, 900 peak. And the reason I like having two is in case one of them breaks. So every few months I take them out, start them up, make sure they run and that they're functioning. But both of these together, I'm less than $200. So you can find generators all the time on Craigslist. Now, probably maybe not right now. Things are a little bit crazy with everything going on. But these are some things to look into. Just a little small generator like this. This one my wife can pick up, take out, and she can set this up with a couple of extension cords if need be. This one here is a little more finicky, being 2-cycle. But once it's running on a tank of fuel, it'll run lights, cell phones, things like that, and it'll run for hours with no problem. Alright, this is the solar panel setup. These are portable. They just got these little fold out stands, so you can fold them up, put them out of the way, or I've got them pointed towards the east because the sun comes up right over that building, so I try to get the most out of the sunlight. But if I'm in a situation where I'm really needing these things to work, once the sun gets over towards the west, I could flip them right around and get all of the sunlight that's put out that day, or lay them flat. Now these things have been sitting out here for 3 years on this deck, and they still work. They need cleaned off, but they still work. You can see they have an LED here that lights up to tell you when they're receiving sunlight and that they're putting out power. Alright, that was just my quick video on a little bit of emergency power supply. And as you can see, my stuff, I got cords hanging everywhere and stuff's tucked away. It's not stuff I get out every day and play with. Some of it is get it out, check it every few months, make sure it's still functional, and then set it aside. You don't have to live 24 hours a day worrying about what the end of the world is going to be or anything like that. You can't, because you'd go nuts. So hopefully this helps somebody. Maybe just get you over a little bit of that fear about maybe buying a solar panel or just grabbing a couple generators. It's not rocket science, and we'll be alright. Y'all come back and we'll talk again.